What if I told you that the real story of America's gun market isn't about the latest polymer pistols or the hyped-up tactical carbines you keep seeing online? What if the guns quietly taking over the shelves, the range bags, and even the holsters of serious shooters aren't new designs at all? But old-school steel revolvers making a major comeback? No clickbait, no influencer hype, and no social media smoke. Just pure performance, reliability, and craftsmanship, silently dominating the market while everyone else is busy chasing trends. Because right now, beneath the noise of flashy optics and striker-fired headlines, a quiet shift is reshaping what American shooters are actually buying. It's not about algorithms, it's about guns that simply work. So today, we're diving deep into the revolvers that are quietly becoming the best-selling wheel guns in America. The ones shooters trust, the ones that prove that steel and precision still matter. And trust me, by the end, one of these might surprise you enough to rethink what's sitting in your range bag right now. Let's spin the cylinder and start from the top. At number 6, the Co-LT Python, the King returns. If there's one name in revolver history that carries legendary weight, it's the Colt Python. For decades, it's been the gold standard of craftsmanship, the revolver that every serious shooter dreams of owning at least once. When Colt brought the Python back, they didn't rely on nostalgia or gimmicks. No limited edition hype. No overproduced marketing videos. They just did what Colt has always done best. Built a revolver that speaks for itself. The modern Python, chambered in .357 Magnum, delivers a 6-shot cylinder, ventilated rib barrel, and stainless steel frame that feels like a masterpiece of mechanical art. Available in 3-inch, 4.25-inch, and 6-inch versions, it's not just a showpiece, it's a working gun refined for today's standards. And the internals, reinforced, smoothed, tuned. Colt's engineers didn't just replicate history, they rebuilt it. The double-action pull feels like velvet under pressure, and the single-action brake, clean, crisp, and predictable, reminds you what real precision feels like. Shooters have noticed. Gunbroker's 2023 through 2025 data consistently placed the Colt Python in the top tier of revolver sales, even hitting number 1 in May 2025. That's not nostalgia driving sales, that's performance. On the range, the Python feels alive. It's not punishing. It's commanding. With standard Magnum loads, recoil is assertive but controlled, especially on the 6-inch barrel model. Every shot feels deliberate, powerful, and satisfying. This isn't a gun to leave locked away in a display case. It's a revolver that earns its keep, one trigger press at a time. And that's exactly how the Colt Python has reclaimed its throne. Quietly, confidently, and without compromise. At number 5, the Taurus. Judge. The law of versatility. Next up, we step into territory where utility beats aesthetics every single time. Meet the Taurus Judge, a revolver that doesn't care about being pretty, just about being ready. This is the gun that lives in glove compartments, farm trucks, and cabin drawers across rural America. Chambered in both .45 Colt and .410 bore, the Judge is the definition of versatility. Whether you're loading up for snakes, pests, or self-defense, this revolver's dual-caliber setup gives you options when it matters most. Barrels range from 2.5 to 6.5 inches, with the ability to handle both 2.5 and 3 shells. That flexibility means you can go from firing .410 buckshot for short-range defense to heavy .45 Colt hollow points for serious stopping power, all from the same cylinder. It's not fancy, it's not light, and it's definitely not delicate. But that extra heft is there for a reason. It tames recoil and lets you stay on target for faster follow-ups. Online, purists love to criticize the Judge. They say it's too gimmicky or too heavy. But sales data tells a different story. Between late 2024 and early 2025, the Judge stayed in Gunbroker's top 10 most sold revolvers, month after month. The truth? This gun solves real problems for real people. It's reliable, adaptable, and unapologetically functional. And that's why it's still moving units when flashier options fade out. The tourist judge doesn't just earn respect, it commands it. At number 4, the Heritage Rough Rider, the people's revolver now. Let's talk about the most underestimated revolver in America, the Heritage Rough Rider. It's cheap, it's simple, and it outsells half the competition every single year. Chambered in 22 LR with the option to swap cylinders for 22 WMR, this little single-action classic feels like stepping back in time, but in the best possible way. It's a rim-fire revolver that does exactly what it promises. It works. You half-cock the hammer, swing open the gate, load each round one by one. It's deliberate, slow, mechanical. And that's part of the charm. It teaches patience, precision, and awareness. The frame is zinc alloy, the barrel and cylinder are steel. It's not meant to impress anyone with fancy finishes or high price tags, but it does what it was built to do. Shoot consistently, affordably, and reliably. Recoil? Practically non-existent. Accuracy? Surprisingly good, especially out to 25 yards with the 6.5-inch barrel. And here's what's wild. Gunbroker's 2024 report listed the Heritage Rough Rider among the top 5 best-selling rimfire revolvers nationwide. Hundreds of thousands have been sold, and they're not collecting dust. These guns get used. A lot. It's the revolver you hand a new shooter, the one you keep in your tackle box, the one that turns every range trip into a competition of smiles and empty brass. In a world obsessed with features and fads, the IDEO Heritage Rough Rider proves one timeless truth. Simple still sells. At number 3, the Ruger LCR, the modern carry king. Every generation has its defining carry gun. For today's revolver crowd, that gun is the Ruger LCR. Short for lightweight compact revolver, the LCR didn't just modernize the snub nose, it reinvented it. Ruger threw out the traditional all-steel frame and started from scratch, blending a polymer fire control housing, an aluminum upper frame, and a stainless steel cylinder into one sleek, functional package. The result? A revolver that weighs as little as 13.5 ounces in 22 LR and just 17 ounces in 357 Magnum. But the sweet spot, without question, is the .38 Special Plus P variant. This gun disappears in a pocket holster, rides light on the ankle, and still delivers serious stopping power when you need it most. But the real genius is in the trigger. Ruger's patented cam-driven system gives the LCR an unbelievably smooth double-action pull with zero stacking, something you almost never find on a revolver this small. It's the kind of trigger that builds confidence with every squeeze, and that confidence translates to sales. According to 2025 market reports, the LCR continues to dominate compact revolver charts, especially among first-time concealed carriers and veteran shooters looking for dependable backups. This gun isn't about nostalgia or looks. It's about reliability when your heart beats in your ears. It's the revolver people carry, not the one they just talk about. Simple, smart, proven. That's the LCR in 3 words. At number 2, the Smith & Wesson 686 Plus, the balanced beast. When you talk about revolvers that blend strength, style, and shootability, the Smith & Wesson 686 Plus sits near the top of every serious shooter's list. Built from solid stainless steel, chambered in 357 Magnum, and running a 7-shot cylinder, it strikes the perfect middle ground between power and practicality. You can get it in barrel lengths from 2.5 to 6 inches, and no matter which you choose, it feels balanced in the hand. Substantial, but not sluggish. The recoil impulse is smooth, not snappy, and the accuracy is everything you'd expect from S&W's L-frame lineage. What really sets the 686 Plus apart is its versatility. It's as comfortable on a duty belt as it is on the nightstand or at the range. It's the revolver you train with, trust, and pass down. From 2024 into early 2025, the 686 Plus consistently held its spot as one of the top-selling mid-frame revolvers in the country. Not because it's trendy, but because it's timeless. This gun doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, it just perfects it. And for those who know revolvers, that's all it needs to do. At number 1, the Diamondback SDR, the surprise contender. Every once in a while, a newcomer crashes the party and turns heads. That's what happened when Diamondback Firearms, a company known for ARs and polymer pistols, decided to step into revolver territory. The result was the Diamondback SDR, and it hit the market like a thunderclap. Chambered in .357 Magnum, the SDR brings a 4-inch full-lug barrel, stainless steel frame, and a crisp, double-shot single-action trigger system. 6 rounds on tap, fiber optic front sight, and a grip that locks you in even under heavy recoil. Here's the kicker: it's affordable. That's what makes it dangerous to the competition. At the range, the SDR punches well above its weight. Double action is firm but smooth, and single action breaks with precision. Even at 10 yards with full Magnum loads, groups stay tight and predictable. Since late 2024, sales have been climbing steadily, and by early 2025, the SDR started appearing more and more on dealer reports and gun broker listings, not as a novelty, but as a legitimate contender. This revolver didn't need a legacy to prove itself. It just showed up, performed, and earned respect. And that's what makes it the sleeper success of this entire list. In an age of red dots, polymer frames, and 30-round magazines, these revolvers remind us of something we've almost forgotten: mechanical honesty. They're not chasing trends or trying to go viral. They don't promise the world in a press release. They simply deliver. The Colt Python brings back craftsmanship. The Taurus Judge keeps utility first. The Heritage Rough Rider gives affordability to everyone. The Ruger LCR redefines what carry revolver means. The Smith & Wesson 686 Plus balances beauty and brawn. And the Diamondback SDR proves that new players can still shake up old traditions. Together, they represent something bigger, a quiet revolution in America's gun culture. One where shooters are voting with their wallets and they're choosing reliability over reputation. So now, I want to know, if you had to trust your hand, your aim, and your safety to one revolver on this list, which one would it be? Would you go with the heritage of the Colt Python, the versatility of the Taurus Judge, or the cutting-edge practicality of the Ruger LCR? Drop your pick in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to stay on top of stories like this, the ones the big channels overlook but that actually matter to real shooters, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and stay sharp.